Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fab's in the house, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm in the house with a custom knife factory knives, CKF switch. Here with me for a review. We can analyze the look, the sound, and the feel of this bad boy. But don't forget to like, to subscribe, and to leave me a comment down below. That's pretty easy to do. Let's go ahead and check this bad boy out right over here, which, by the way, comes with a classic microfiber cloth, some extra hardware, the certificate of authenticity, and this pretty cool, nicely padded, velvety, and nylon zip velcroed pouch. Inside you find this cool one, which has an overall length of 8 inches, like 3.5 inches for the cutting edge and 4.5 inches for the handle. It's a pretty cool knife. I mean, close. This guy is amazing. It's made by Custom Knife Factory, designed by Geoff Blofeld. It is a very, very cool one. This is the Switch CKF. It's a titanium frame lock, very nicely chamfered, as you see, right over here, all around the edges, very well designed. The frame is skeletonized on the inside, as you can maybe appreciate from this angle and this case, so that's going to be reducing the weight, of course. You have some internal milling rounded off also on the inside. There's you know, it's a pretty cool knife. It's not perfect, but the look is I mean, it's pretty well designed. It's very, very nice. Let's see this guy just up in comparison with a couple other fellas. Right over here we got Chris Reeve Knives, small Sebenza 21. Right up here it's the large 21. So you can see this is kind of like in the middle between these two pretty popular options. And you get to see a Holt Haptic and a Holt Spectre in the picture. So we are pretty much, again, kind of like in the middle between the two offerings for the small and the large. From Holt. This is like from Chicago. It's a custom division Neon NL, and this is the F3B or F95 size. So again, you can see it's a little bit bigger than the Neon, but definitely the F3 is a full-size knife. And just another couple I want to show you guys. This is the Peña Knives Trapper, and right up here you get to see Void from Brian Nadeau. And again, this fella is right in between these two pretty cool options for like custom knives. This is like a mid-tech knife. It's not a custom, but still it's a collaboration between Geoff Blofeld and the Custom Knife Factory. So they are able to bring some pretty cool designs to a lower price, of course. So this is made in 333 total numbered knives, and it's a titanium frame lock, beautifully inlaid with this marble carbon fiber. This inlay has grippy for sure feel to it, and this pretty interesting milling, which is as you can see is there's like a wider and a smaller kind of like patches of squares, and the design extends all over at the end till the end of the handle. You have a zirconium backspacer right over here, geared up, polished, pretty cool, reaching up to here to this point, but it's like a centering backspacer. But as you can see, the blade is kind of like favoring a little bit this side. It's also not reaching the end of the handle, therefore look at that, the tip of the blade is slightly exposed. So if I kind of like jam my fingernail kind of like here, you see, I can just touch it and actually pull it out. I mean, I really have to go into this crevice to, you know, to really be able to touch the tip of the blade, but still, that's something I noticed. Also, you get a lanyard hole option right over here, which is, yeah, I mean, it's not my favorite thing, but it's just going like pretty close to the screws, so it's not leaving much meat, much metal right next to that. So that's another little detail that is worth to be noticed right there. Overall, the look is amazing. It's fantastic. I love how the blade just tapers down, like following this angle over here. It's very cool. Leaves it exposed to show the logos from the show side. It's very interesting. It's nice. Flipper tab is probably another thing that I'm, you know, not super fond of, because it's like rounded off like that. So if you try to do like a light switch, you might miss it because it's not that grippy. But as long as you stick to the push button, it's gonna be fine. Pretty easy to disassemble. You get some nice hardware. It's screwed in also from the back into the front of the scale, which is kind of unusual. You usually see the opposite, or if it's from the back, you don't really see it from the front. Like, for example, like in this case, you see you have the screw right over here, right into the titanium, but it doesn't show. It keeps the show side clean, whereas here it just goes up to the end, mixing up with the design, continuing from the inlay, which is strangely not continued right over here in this bolster area. The pivot screw is sticking out just a little bit, but it's kind of like pleasant to rub because it's like kind of like a nice and smooth transition from the flatness of the scale. Really, really cool. Also, you can check this fella has a stainless steel lock face insert, which is screwed in from the outside. Nice lock bar. This is the cutout, which is external in this case. And also we have an inlay carbon fiber also on the back. The clip is a tip-up carry only. It's not reversible. It's kind of like a little bit too low, as you can see. Kind of like, yeah, this much knife is going to be sticking out from your pocket. So, I mean, not too bad, but still some is gonna show. You get this 3.5-inch long blade. It's M390 steel, has a dual tone finish, satin flats, kind of like a vapor blast, swedge and primary bevel, a little bit of jimping going on over here, which kind of like resembles the feel of the jimping right over here on the back. So pretty good, not too aggressive, but definitely working. And then you have this swedge going on, looks like, and like widening up right to the tip where you see this kind of like belly with a wider bevel, which then goes like right over here to a straight edge up to the sharpening choil. A nice chamfered flipper tab, looking good. Too bad that there's not much grip to this part right over here, which is also chamfered on this way. M390 logo right over there, numbered edition right over here. Sterile looking lock side, but you have the logos for Custom Knife Factory and Tough Knives. The stock is actually not that thin, so let me just zero this out. Yeah, look at this. At this point, it's like 0.157, and behind the edge, it's gonna be like 0.023. So yeah, it's a little bit thick, but it definitely looks great. The sound, look at that. It's incredible, guys. Like this closing sound, very good. Opening sound, it's alright, it's nice, but this thing, it's very pleasant. It's very satisfactory for me. I don't know, kind of mellow, soft, gentle action. Let's check out the weight. Let's see. This is skeletonized on the inside, so there's going to be some reduction of the weight, but you get some zirc parts, which are going to contribute to get to 4 ounces, 3.99. So you're going to feel it for like this knife, this size of a knife. There's some heft to it. In the handle, it actually feels really good. There's not really any hot spots if you squeeze into the handle because of this large groove, which can allocate a couple fingers, for example, in my case. And also, you can like feel that the jimping is working right over here, especially when you see, when you flip like that, it's gonna grip a little bit into the palm of your hand. Very good. Feels solid. You can actually do like a reverse grip like that. Feels good, like these 2 fingers wraps around this area, which is chamfered widely on both sides, and it really feels good in the hand. It doesn't really feel slippery at all because this is super grippy, like very, very cool and tactile feel to the inlay. Pretty good fit and finish, except for the fact that this fella is not fully centered, but not by much. But it feels solid. Looks everything lined up, nicely put together. It's well made, guys. There's no blade plate. Feels absolutely solid. And the action, I mean, I installed skiff bearings, but it didn't really change that much. They improved a little bit, I think, but guys, this thing is, look at this, very smooth, and also guillotine effect. So you get, of course, like free fall, and then as soon as you move, this blade wants to just go into the handle because it's heavier than the normal, like a thinner one, but also it's how it's made, like the thinness you see of the lock bar right over here contributes to have this pretty fast enclosing action. Nice medium strong detent in this fella right over here, which overall it's very impressive for the look, number one. The feel in the hand is also actually very good. There's a couple of things that are not perfect, but yeah, which knife is perfect? But at the end, I really like the cool looking appeal that this knife has. So there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned.